were so adorable. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Hi, this is my answers to the question booth that I posted a week ago, presumably today, assuming I get this uploaded on Saturday. And, there were 139 total questions. And hopefully I'll be able to answer as many as possible. So let's get right started. Going down the list. Where do you come up with the nicknames for your Pokemon? Normally I try to figure out nicknames that are real names in the real world, that are somewhat similar to the names of the Pokemon species, like Devon the Gardevoir, Willy the Mawile. I'll admit there are some, Bouncy is a bit of an odd one. Schneider was more of a literary media reference. But for the most part, that's how I do things. And sometimes I have to tap into other languages. I have a Mamoswine that I've actually used, named there's plenty. Just look on my Wi-Fi battles. There's some weird foreign language things. But yeah, real names is generally how I do things. I usually go to like Baby Names World to look up some stuff. What, in your opinion, on the 3 next-gen consoles? Bad grammar there, but whatever. Honestly, at this point, I think the 360 is the best bet to go for. Because it's got the best third-party support. It's, well, not the most affordable, but it's certainly more affordable than PS3. And honestly, in my view anyway, it has better exclusives than the PS3. And then the Wii just, as much as I hate to say it, has a terrible library at this point. It has a couple really good gems, but it works as a supplementary console, so I say Wii 60, if anything. Which sucky Pokemon do you wish was more awesome? For example, we both wish Lady was better. Honestly, I wish every single Pokemon in existence was competitively viable. I'm sure a lot of people wish that, but sometimes typing just doesn't work, like with Magcargo and Corsola. That's just plain bad typing, and it's not very viable. I just wish everything was more viable. I wish Arcanine could get out of whatever tier it's in, Borderline, I think, right now. Because, I don't know, I've found bulky Arcanine just to be awesome, amazing, really useful. Nina, just probably one of the best members of the team. I wish that Arcanine would get more recognition, I suppose. What are your top 3 favorite animes? Well, I'd have to go into manga as well as anime. In terms of shonen, I think, honestly, Yu Yu Hakusho is probably my favorite shonen. Just, it's got excellent characterization. I love the art style. Fights, for the most part, don't go on too long. I think the Dark Tournament was a little lengthy, but on that, very, very good fights. It's got a sense of humor. It knows when to be serious and when to be funny. Just overall, a very excellent shonen that is mainstream, but honestly not crappy like a lot of the other main shonen. Shoujo, I admit I haven't seen as many shoujo, and this may seem kind of an odd pick to you guys, but my favorite shoujo would actually be Pretty Face. It's about a super macho, muscular guy who gets in a car accident and has a crazy plastic surgeon make him into a female face, and it brings up a lot of concepts about, gender roles and differences and how different genders can coexist. It's just overall interesting. It makes you think. And then, similarly, this more recent series, No Bra, comes into that also. It's more about homosexuality than just gender roles, but not to mention it's just plain well-drawn and interesting to read, so what do you know. Then third, I just have to give to the entirety of the Hayao Miyazaki library. I just can't pick one, I'm sorry. Because those are just amazing. How did you first get interested in Pokemon? I guess it must have been the Christmas of 98, 99, I'm not sure which. My parents got both my brother and I Game Boy Colors. He got Pokemon Red along with it, I got Pokemon Blue along with it. And as soon as I could figure out how to get out of my house, took about 15 minutes, I was hooked. I loved it. I had a ton of fun. And that's basically how it started. Have you ever been to the beach in Washington? I actually live about, let's see, 200 meters right up the hill from the beach. It's a small beach, it's not too infested, but it's a nice beach. And then also there's beaches like Golden Gardens that I've gone to. Drove up to Ocean Shores with my brother and my dad because they like to go surfing. I wasn't much of a surfing guy, but went up there. It was a cool experience there. And then there's just other various beaches that I've been to. And I like beaches, but beaches, you really can't live in Seattle without liking the beach, honestly. How did you come up with the idea to do solar runs? Well, I had played through the games a bunch of times, and I wanted to figure out some sort of more challenging way to do things. I suppose I could have done just an unevolved non-solar run, but I went for solo. My first actual solo run that I never filmed or anything was a Mighty Yenna run. I did evolve it. It was of Emerald. That was the first one that I did. But the concept of solar runs has been around for a long time. Before YouTube, before anything. I know Sniper Night Owl did a bunch of them back in the day, when long time ago. It's just something that eventually will come to people who want a challenge, I suppose. What is your favorite game? I'm not sure if that's Pokemon game or overall game ever. Overall game ever. That's probably more interesting of the two. Honestly, I don't have that big of a game library. I've been fairly selective. I don't think my favorite game of all time would be a Pokemon game, honestly. Because they're fun, they're really great to mess around with, but overall, they're not the best games I've ever played. I wouldn't say it's a Mario game either. Probably... gee, that's a really tough one. I would have to go for Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Seasons. Not Oracle of Seasons. It's relatively challenging, it's long, it's got a decent playtime, and it's got connectivity to ages. It's got good level design, it's got fun bosses, just a very excellent game. And I enjoy that more than Super Mario Galaxy. I enjoy it more than any... I would be hard-pressed to find another game that I enjoy more. Maybe I'm just blocking something out of my mind, but it's probably my favorite game. Do you like Guitar Hero or Rock Band? If so, are you any good at it? I have actually never tried Guitar Hero or Rock Band. I tried Frets on Fire, or Frets of Fire for the PC. I sucked at it. But I actually haven't tried Guitar Hero or anything. Are you in a choir or something? No. I haven't done any singing lessons or anything since elementary school, 5th grade. And that was really just music teacher not trusting us with actual instruments. I am in an instrumental band in my high school, which I suppose might attribute to me being able to have a sense of tone, like sound, be on key, I suppose. But no, I'm not in a choir or anything. And I honestly don't think I would qualify for one. I think I'm a horrible singer, honestly. Like, I don't squawk or anything, but you guys are overstating the skills that I have. Do you think the game creators can top Arceus with a new legendary Pokemon, godly-wise? I don't think they need to. Think about the transition between Red, Blue, Yellow, and Gold, Silver. Transitioned from a genetic experiment, sort of like destructive, oh my god, amazing, powerful Pokemon, to a magical seabird and whatever the hell Ho-Oh is. Really, it doesn't need to get more amazing to be still interesting. Like, people have gotten into that trend because transition up to the Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, and then up to Arceus, god of all Pokemon, Dialga, god of space, blah, all that. I think it's overdoing it. It doesn't need to be overdone. But I'm sure even if they didn't top it, I think they could figure out some more things that they could be the all-powerful ruler of, so I'm just not creative enough to think of what it might be. Do you have your own house? I'm 15. I'm 15. Of course, I live with my parents. I am 15. Am I alive? Skeleton Man... Does Living Dead count?